Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Bam, the only place where makeup is like a puzzle you can enjoy. This tutorial is going to focus on how to use a wedge form to do your full makeup. If you're looking for how to perfect your highlight and contour skills or how to perfect your eyeshadow skills or foundation skills, this is not the place to be. But if you're looking for how to use the wedge form that you have as your only tool to do your full makeup, then this is for you. So let's start from the foundation. You smudge the foundation at the back of your hand like this, so it's easy for you to pick little by little. Then you use what's left on your finger to place the foundation where you want to start applying from. So we're just using our finger to spread the foundation around our face. So you keep spreading the foundation around your face until it has covered the parts that you want to start working on. Then after you spread it, you can go in with the foam to blend it out. So this is how I hold my foam, very close to the fattest part, so that I can control it how I want to. Now use your foam to tap your face in soft motions, starting from the part of your face where you have most of the foundation. Blend it out to the places where you don't have the foundation, so it can easily disappear towards the edges of your face. Then you keep doing that until the coast is clear, until it looks like you're really not wearing anything. So when you are done with one side, you can move to other sides, like your forehead. I advise you do it one after the other like that, because if you do everything at once, if you just put foundation all over your face, it might just get overwhelming and you get tired of blending. You might not blend some places well. So now use that same edge of your foam to just brush everything down into your necklines, into your ears, and into your hairlines, just so it doesn't look separate from your face. This is not really about the skin work, so I'm not going into details with concealer and all that. But at this point, if you have any spots, you can use your concealer to cover it up, then use the foam to tap it so that it can blend with your foundation. If you want more coverage, you can go in with your fingers, then blend with your foam again. But if you pick up your foundation straight with your foam, the foam can just suck up all of the foundation. So it's better to use your hands first. So for that extra blending to make it really look like skin, you can just go in with your middle finger and your ring finger and tap all over your face just to make sure everything is sitting inside your skin tight. You can keep doing that until you see that your foundation is really looking like your skin. So now we'll move to highlights. You pick up your highlight concealer with your ring finger still and spread it under your eyes. You can choose to blend off the eye first before moving on to other parts, or you just spread it on other areas you want to highlight as well. But before blending, make sure you clean your hand of what is left. Then use your finger to blend the edges. Just tap it softly and blow out the edges of the concealer. Make sure you really did clean what was left on your finger before blending, because if you did not clean it, you will end up spreading the concealer to where you don't want it instead of blending it to disappear. So to blend the other part, we're going to use the flat side of the foam and use your index finger to support the foam at the back, like how I'm holding it. Then just tap all those areas that have excess concealer. Just tap it softly and in connected dots. For those edges that you feel like still have harsh lines, you can use the bottom of the foam that you use for the foundation to blur it out. So now moving to the nose contour and the forehead contour, you still use your fingers first. Always use your fingers first, because going in with the foam straight to the product will suck up all of your products. To make your blending with the foam easier, make sure that how you spread your concealer is already smooth without patches, so that you don't have much work to do with the foam. So now you clean your hand again and then blend off the edges. For the nose highlight, I advise you go in straight with the foam, because if you use your hand first, it might spread the highlight and distort the shape of the nose. So just use the foam like how I'm using it. To get to the edges of the lines, you can just bend your hand over so you can use the tip of the foam like how I'm doing. Just cross your hand over. So now that we're done highlighting, use the bottom part you used for the foundation to blend the edges of every side you've highlighted, just to be sure that there are really no harsh edges. So for contour, spread the contour on your hand the same way we've always done. Then use what's left on your hand to place the concealer on the side you want to contour. Just tap in soft motions. For the hairline contour, just use your ring finger to like kind of comb the contour from your hairline into your face. As you pick your contour with your finger, make sure you're really picking up a thin layer of concealer, not too much. If not, you mess things up. So for the nose, I'm focusing on using the very tip of my finger to get the curves and the lines very well. So now that we've used our fingers to spread the contour, we'll clean the remnants and use the finger to blend the edges. When you're blending your contour, blend inwards or upwards to meet the highlights, but don't blend downwards or outside of the contour lines. So after using your hand, you can use the bottom part you used for your foundation to blend in between the highlight and the contour lines. If you notice that the dark concealer has crossed your contour line, you can use the tip used to highlight to just clean it up. So for edges like the jawline and the hairline, you just use the bottom of the foam to sweep it down, and for the hairline, you sweep it into the hairline. So for the nose contour, you can use your finger to blend out the edge that is closer to your eyes, but don't touch the parts that affect the lining of the nose. Just blend only that part that does not directly affect the lining of the nose. So if you check and see that blending your contour lines may have affected the part you've highlighted, you can go back in to highlight those areas lightly again, like I'm doing. If you want to use the bottom part to get into corners, just pinch it like this so it can give you a more pointed shape and focus in smaller corners. So now that part of your nose contour that you couldn't use your hand to blend, you can use that part of the foam to blend it. When you use your finger to blend the contour, it must have spread to areas of the nose that it's not supposed to touch. So just brighten it up with the highlight concealer again. So now that we're done highlighting and contouring, you can go in with your cream blush now. Remember to blend it into the contour. You can use the flat part of the foam to blend out any harsh edges of the blush. So now it's time to set all we've done. So now you use the flat part of the foam to pick up the powder. Make sure you pick it up at the tip because it's the tip you're using to set. So make sure it covers the first quarter of the tip at least. If you check and it doesn't cover, pick it up to cover the first quarter of the tip. Then of course you tap off the excess before you set. Please forget about all the struggle I'm doing here. What I was really trying to do is blend off any part that has folded with one part of the foam, then set with the other side of the foam. But what you can do is use your finger to just blend off what has creased and use the foam to set. So yeah, just tap the foam gently on your face in connected dots so you don't leave patches. For the nose highlight, obviously, it has to be as straight as possible. So pick up your powder with the very tip, the straight part of the foam, and then position your hand in a way that allows you use the tip to place the powder in a straight line on your nose. Make sure, of course, you are dabbing off the excess and you're not going in with too much. So as you put it and it's obvious, you just blend it as you go. So now after setting, you can use the bottom part used for the foundation to blend the edges of where you have set. So to set your contour, use the bottom of your phone to tap the product you want to use, blow it off, then just sweep it across your face for a soft contour. I was tapping it first, but I realized that it's giving me a strong look. So I decided to start sweeping it instead. For the nose contour, just bend the foam like I taught you and use it to get to the corners you want to get to. Make sure you're taking very little product. So now just use your foam to blend the edges of the contour lines. We're using the flat part this time because the bottom is already dark with contour and it won't help us blend. It will only help us apply more contour. So that's why I'm using the flat part. So now you can use what's left on that bottom part to just sweep it around your jawline and set what you have done there already. So now that you must have used what's left at the bottom, use that same bottom to pick up your blush, blow off the excess, then just sweep it across your cheeks softly. I actually picked up too much with this one, but just try to pick up a small amount first and just keep adding as you want more, but never go in with too much at first. So now use the flat parts to blend off the edges of the blush line. I didn't use a brown powder for this look because after seeing how everything turned out, I saw that there was no point. I liked how clear my face looked. I can say it looked younger and fresher than when I used a brush. I'm totally digging this look. So yeah, if a triangle foam is all you have, trust me, it can work magic. That's it for today, guys, on Glam Balm. I hope you now know how to use your triangle foam to apply your foundation, highlight and contour, and apply your blush. So see you next time on Glam Balm, where makeup is like a puzzle.